Welcome everyone. This is Bayo Olaranto. I'm an independent team Beachbody coach, and I want to talk to you about the 5 biggest mistakes fitness professionals make that destroy your chances for financial freedom. Now, this is a very important presentation because a lot of fitness professionals are doing what they really love, which is making a difference in people's lives, affecting their nutrition, their health, their wellness, their fitness, giving them the support they need. And I want to show you why sometimes as fitness professionals we get caught up with that, but we lose the ability to leverage ourselves for financial stability, financial independence, and ultimately financial freedom. Now we're going to cover some areas here to really get that point across. One is the difference between dreams, vision, and reality. The other is the science of getting rich, abundance, the future is better than you think, and risky is the new safe. All 3 very important books. How to manage your emotional states, which is key to building any type of financial wealth. How to get the energy required to live in prosperity and really be able to give your energy fully and make the most of your time and effort. How to use setbacks as setups for success. And what to look for in wealth building opportunities. So let's start here with something very basic. As a man or woman think, if so he or she is, what you see is what you get. Right here is a picture of my first dream wall that I created in July in 2007 in Virginia. You know, I had a vision of moving to New York City, and I'm not trying to make this anything more than what it is, but I'm just trying to emphasize to you that I had a focus, and I was very honed in on reaching some specific goals, and I had a lot of things posted on the board here. And you can see that I had Diddy there in the top left corner. And you know, it's not like every day you meet Diddy, right? Well, that changed. A picture is worth a billion words. So 2 years later, I was hanging out with Diddy and A-list celebrities at a $55 million estate in Beverly Hills, LA at an all-white party in July 2009. And that was for the I Am King Cologne contest that I won. And I like to say I have that Midas touch because I understand some principles that can help other people do the same in terms of achieving any goal or any desire or any type of focus that you have for what you want to create. Now, your network is your net worth. And I say this because I got into Team Beachbody because I was walking down the street one day in Columbus Circle here in New York City, and I saw female bodybuilder Linda Estevillo here carrying a book called The Master Key to Riches by Napoleon Hill. And lo and behold, her network of individuals that were in her network were also in Team Beachbody. And there were just a lot of information and some ideas that I got from this book already. And I'd read other similar books. And so they introduced me to this opportunity, and I took a look at it, and I really realized how powerful this concept is, especially for someone who's a fitness professional. So as Les Brown says, only focus on quality people, because that's very important, and you can never lose sight of that. Now, you also what you think, speak, and eat. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people are consuming, but they're not producing. And the way you think, the way you speak, and the way that you consume, whether it's food for thought or food for your body, is going to change who you are and what you're about. Now, let's recap some of the 5 biggest mistakes. I know I went through that very quick, but this is very simple. Most people have dreams, but they have no plan of action. They have nothing backed by a clear vision, a big why, faith, or burning desire to make it real. Most people give up if they don't see their vision manifesting right away. You have to be right in it for the long haul. Enjoy the daily journey, the months, the years, the decades, and have fun helping other people. Most people, they think positive thinking is enough, but the law of attraction is only one law. You need strategies, tactics, action, and systems too. You also need to overcome the massive negative, cynical social programming a lot of naysayers and dream killers have. Most people do not network outside of their comfort zone. The magic is all in people. Living is giving, and people will help you. Most people eat crap, think cynical, and take in negative news, gossip, lies, and opinions of others, and let that determine what they do. So guess what? They give up on their financial freedom because the masses in misery love company. It's not lonely at the top. It's just less crowded. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on here. Why am I making this presentation? Why is this important? Why are you listening to this as a fitness professional to increase your financial freedom? Well, I've gone through a lot of personal development and education for myself in the last 15 years. I've always been on personal development, always saw myself as successful, wealthy, fit, healthy, peace of mind, great opportunities, career, relationships, all of those things. I've always been focused on developing and bettering myself. And I got a little frustrated in the last month or so. I had some very serious things happen in my family. I had a family member pass away from cancer, a dear cousin of mine. I had, was recovering from losing a lot of clients with the hurricane from the previous year and a lot of things. And I was wondering why I was having some difficulty getting my mind back to the best peak at what I know I can perform at. And I started realizing that our subconscious habits are something that is ingrained into us, and it's a lot more powerful than our conscious mind. And I looked up some information, I listened to some speakers and got some different thoughts and ideas from some of these speakers, and I started realizing that self-sabotage is actually not something you want to do, but it is something that occurs, and it occurs on a regular basis. And why? Well, here's the quote that I came up with. We may think we're positive people, but it doesn't mean we've been thinking positively or critically enough to condition ourselves enough to overcome the immense negativity which surrounds us on a daily basis via subconscious programming. We all need more wealth conditioning. So what I mean is that most people settle for mediocrity and kind of just hover around this place where you're not too excited or joyful, but you're not too sad or down either. You're kind of just like everything is okay. Well, what happens is people are unable to move to the next level of life. So they just continue to hover around the same people, same jobs, same misery loves company conversations. And I read a book like 2001. It was called The Science of Getting Rich. And I listened to it over and over and over again, along with Think and Grow Rich and many other books like this. And I remember a phrase that always stuck in my mind. What tends to do away with poverty is not getting pictures of poverty into your mind, but getting pictures of wealth, abundance, and possibility into the minds of the poor. And that's really what the essence of generating wealth is creating massive value for lots and lots of people. So when you really think about it, a lot of people, they're subconsciously programmed to not really go for it in a big way for their financial freedom. And I'd like to show you a diagram here. And one of the problems is that I was even speaking to someone about a gym and a club that I was in, and they thought it was just this luxurious place, and she kind of had in her mind that people there would be rich and pretentious and evil and awful and all these things. And they're like, no, wealthy people are of all kinds, good character, bad character. And that really brought to my mind this diagram, because what happens in our society is that our society is generally programmed and continues to be along the lines of the competitive capitalistic mindset, which on the lowest base level is the thug, thief, con artist, petty street hustle crime, always depicted in music videos and prisons and on the news. They continually pump this out, and they like to record images of all this. And then on the high end of the low character, you have masterminds and sharks, white-collar crime, Wall Street movies, evil rich bad guys who seem like they rarely ever get caught and things like that. And the reason why I bring this up is because what happens is most people are kind of hovering between poor high character and poor low character. And the poor high character is someone who's very meek, is timid like a peasant, a sheep, kind of just plodding along. They stay in their place. They don't bother anybody. They're kind of like in religious stories, and they're just good people doing the right things, kind of like in novels like the movies The Titanic, but they're never really making a jump or ambition to go beyond that. So what happens is the movies and the programming kind of tricks people who are lacking of resources, who may have high character, to make them think that if they become wealthy, they'll have low character. But the truth of the matter is there's plenty of people who are wealthy and have high character and high standards and high good for humanity, like Sir John Templeton or Bill Gates. And I call these the lions, because these are leaders, people who are philanthropists, like Tony Robbins, Les Brown, and they're rarely depicted in movies, or you just have to read their books and listen to their audios and go see them speak in order to learn about them. And that's unfortunate, but a lot of people are not interested in being successful, happy, prosperous, peace of mind and everything. So they probably wouldn't even go to the movie of something that was just basically good information about someone who's a leader in helping humanity unless it's an old movie about one of those leaders being killed, like Martin Luther King or Gandhi or something. And that's sad for our society, but that's the difference between the creative mindset. You want to be in a mindset where you can actually create what you want. So how do we become wealthy? Well, we're not going to get wealthy working as an employee for anyone else. You have to be your own boss. Because guess what? It takes to the end of your life to be wealthy if you're working as an employee and your time does not belong to you. Companies you have to buy, they buy you at wholesale, sell you at retail. And you're going to be building their dreams instead of building your dream. And then you also have to remember to spend less than you earn and invest the difference, which many people just party away the paycheck. And then you have to create your own perpetual money-making machine. So if you can do that as your own boss and get away from those states, then you'll be on your route. Now, the other thing is you have to create leverage and scalability. You've got to stop trading your time for dollars through hourly labor and start trading more products for dollars through digital age distribution. Use scalable systems to leverage your time, effort, and ideas. And 1% of 100 people is better than 100% of your own effort. And that was by J. Paul Getty. So the truth of the matter is that wealth is a state of mind. Okay, so you can really put yourself in perspective of who you are and where you are in the world as compared to many other types of people who may have more or less than you. But at the end of the day, we're on an abundant earth. There's plenty of things that we can take advantage of and enjoy in life. And the truth is we're already wealthy. We just have to have an attitude of gratitude for that wealth and realize that wealth is a product of our mind, and it's emotion. It's the emotion of saying thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being aware that we have all this at our disposal and all these resources. So as Tony Robbins says, don't wait to be wealthy. Start rich inside of yourself and then get financially free as well when we get the actual mechanics of the numbers. So I want to talk about these books. Abundance, the Future is Better Than You Think. And this is a book by Peter Diamandis and Stephen Kotler. And this book was released in 2012 and really talks about how we're able now in this day and age, amidst all the cataclysmic changes that are occurring, we're able to create resources that meet the needs of humanity in a multiple number of ways. And what's happening is the billions of people that have normally been in poverty in the past are now starting to get information. They're starting to get these resources here. We're starting to create solutions for people in the world to be fed, for the people in the world to have water, for people in the world to have shelter, better energy, better education, better information technology and communication, better freedom, better health. And Team Beachbody is part of that, because what we're doing is we're helping prevent people from getting trapped in obesity and sickness and disease, and we're just on that prevention side. So there's a lot that we can do and you can do to continue to help the world move forward. But the trick of the matter is you actually have to have financial resources to be able to play your part in that. And that's what brings me to the new book, Risky is the New Safe. And this is by fellow network marketer Randy Gage. And this book is really about also those cataclysmic changes that are occurring between now 2013 and 2024, and what's going to really shift and happen in our world. I mean, they've already been cloning. There's virtual reality. There's people traveling in space. There's all kinds of genetic engineering going on, shifts that are occurring in economies with currency, and really learning what's going on with our own human minds and how to shift and change ourselves. And so the truth of the matter is that risky is the new safe, because what we thought was safe before, staying at a regular job and waiting there for many years to retire, is simply very risky right now. And we have to learn what we thought was risky, how those vehicles can help us move us to the prosperity and success we need now. So one of the biggest things I pulled from this book is that we have a results process as human beings. And basically our current reality is a result of daily actions we've taken up to this point. Our habits are determined by our subconscious mind based on the vision we have for ourselves. And our vision is the result of our core foundational beliefs. And the core foundational beliefs are the result of the programming we've been exposed to. So the three main sources of programming are government, organized religion, and the data sphere, media, social media, friends, and family. And it's unfortunate, but a lot of times people aren't necessarily your friends. They're more like company, misery that loves company. And you've got to really make the distinction between whether your ambitions are being nourished and fed and whether your goals are in alignment with the people around you. Otherwise, it will just be like gravity, constantly pulling you down, constantly negating any efforts that you make to rise above the herd and be unique and outstanding and have the financial freedom you deserve. So let's talk about how do we leverage this new risky world, and what are some of the best ways to do that? Well, one of the best ways is through network marketing. And in the past, network marketing used to get a bad rap and everything, but I think that over time the industry has surpassed all of the negative false things about pyramid schemes and things to really show how this is legitimate business. It did $28 billion annually in the United States and $117 billion worldwide. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway even owns 3 MLM companies. Robert Kiyosaki, David Bach all recommend the business for years. And now we're entering into this golden era of network marketing. And in the next few years alone, tens of millions of new distributors are going to be part of the movement of direct distribution of products and services, which is going to result in exponential growth. And this is something that's a results-based compensation, because you're paid exactly what you're worth. And it's the perfect distribution for the new economy, because all that money that was spent on all the middlemen to get a product from the manufacturer to you is now directly put into the product development, and it's also put into the compensation of direct distributors who are getting the attention of the consumer and being able to sit there in front of someone and actually share with them the product. So now 40 to 50 million new people are expected to become network marketing distributors in the period from 2013 to 2017. And it took 60 years for network marketing to reach 100 billion in sales. And the second 100 billion is likely to be reached in 10 to 15 years. And then that's going to even double from 200 to 400 billion 5 to 7 years after that. Now here's the thing. Money is being exchanged every single day. Money is being transferred from consumers to producers every single day. The question is, how are you going to offer that? How are you going to be in that wave and be in the mix of that? Well, you've got to have some sort of a way to have something available in the marketplace so that you can be a part of that and grow your wealth as part of that wealth that's flowing through all these people. Now, how are you going to do that? Well, you've got to manage your emotions. You can't let negative thoughts, negative ideas, fears of failure, fears of success, and the things that people say that are really dumb hold you back. Many people have experiences, and they have bad experiences with things. So what they do is they let that prevent them from taking action. And that's why most people don't make over $100,000 a year. And in order for you to rise beyond that, you're going to literally have to ignore the negativity around you and smile at the rejections or no's and the haters. And there's always the 3 out of 10 rule. My mom once told me that in any place, 3 people are going to love you, 3 people are going to hate you, 3 people are going to be indifferent, and 1 person will actually be exactly like you. So the thing is, whenever you go, you never know which 3 you're actually going to meet. So you should always keep an open mind, and keep that in mind as you meet 10 people at a time. Now, Jim Rohn, one of the greatest personal development teachers of all time and business philosophers of all time, always said success is something you attract by the person you become. So the question is, how do you become a person that attracts success? Well, you just can't get stuck in can't and try. You just have to do it. Now, I've been a student of many speakers, but one in particular, Tony Robbins, has made a tremendous impact on my life, and Joseph McClendon, also someone who helps him as well with his Unleash the Power Within seminars. And he has a book, Get Happy Now, which really helped me recover after losing my cousin to cancer. And, all of these speakers and these people help motivate others in order to be successful. And that's what you have to do. You have to keep moving forward. And you have to learn how to manage this key critical area of the core of your emotional fitness and peak performance conditioning. How do you do that? Well, you've got to manage your state. As you can see here, Tony has this expression here of a celebration movement. You literally have to do things physically, and you know this as a fitness professional, that when you move people and you get them into state, that basically it changes the way they feel, and emotion is life, and that's how we create that compelling future. And we don't have to settle to the identity of mediocrity. Actually, identity is everywhere, and we don't do what we can, we live what we believe we are. And when we express those emotions, we get exactly that. Now, in order to manage the state, we have to have energy. Now, here's me playing soccer when I was younger in high school, and I know what it feels like to run 9 miles on a soccer field during a game, and it's not fun. It's actually, playing is fun, but the pain of struggle of going through that is very difficult on the human body. It takes a lot of toll on the body. So as a peak performance coach, I've always been looking for nutrition certifications that I can use, and I've attained a couple of those. And I've always been searching for ways to help my clients leverage their time and use the best products in nutrition. So how do we become more healthy and fit? Well, first of all, let's just talk about what the problem is, okay? We're in a society where obesity rates have tripled in the past 3 decades. Here's Michelle Obama, and she's talking about how, childhood obesity is just really affecting lives. Cancer, heart disease, blood pressure, all this stuff is becoming a problem. And nearly 2 out of 3 Americans are overweight or obese. And 1 out of every 8 deaths in America is caused by illness related to being overweight or obesity. So we're all affected by this. There's no getting away from it. You have a family member, you have a friend, a coworker, a client, someone who's suffering from these serious ailments in terms of being overweight and obese. And now we have kids who are increasingly getting obese, and the proportion of adults increasing in obesity as well. So, America is just getting more and more obese, and we have to do something about it. And if you care about humanity, if you care about people, if you care about your profession as a fitness professional, you need ways to do this that isn't going to wear you out. You need ways to make that contribution and know that your knowledge and expertise is being put to use, but you still have time to take care of yourself during the day and take care of your loved ones and do the things you want to do. So we've got to get toward that. And so these information and trends are not stopping. People are addicted to bad food. People are getting sick from it. Here's something that's really affected me directly. 200 million Americans are overweight and obese, but guess how many deaths occur from cancer and heart disease? 574,000 of cancer and 597,000 of heart disease. Listen, those are preventable deaths. Not every single one is preventable because there are other reasons, but for the most part, these are preventable diseases. And that's the equivalent of the entire population of Manhattan dying every single year in the United States of America. And so why is this happening? Well, people are just simply not eating healthy. Now, the food is less nutritious. Let me go back here. The food is less nutritious. We have, the chemical fertilizers and toxins, and we have a lot of things happening with the soil depletion, causing nutrient mineral deficiency. We have people, they're even trying to get better with organic produce, but, the evidence isn't conclusive. So, basically we're overfed and we're undernourished. So if you look at shows like Man vs. Food, eating has just simply become a low form of meeting human needs in a low-level, low-class way, and it's become a low form of entertainment. And unfortunately, that's causing a lot of deaths and a lot of lost lives due to that. So as the Slight Edge Effect by Dr. Linus Pauling said, you can trace every sickness, every disease, and every ailment to a mineral deficiency. So basically, the nutrient deficiencies add up, and these are some of the symptoms and the sicknesses that occur because of that. Digestive problems, weight gain, mental imbalances. You have inflammation, chronic pain, arthritis, premature aging. There's people now that they tell you that they're 30 years old and they look 50 years old, and it's because of all the stress and all the deficiencies that they're not getting. I mean, the deficiencies in the food and the nutrients that they're not getting. So what is the solution here? I mean, you've got people who are overweight, obese, suffering from all of these symptoms. And what we have here at Beachbody is Shakeology. And now Shakeology is more than just a shake. It's more than a real meal replacement. It's more than an antioxidant drink. Shakeology, it boosts some energy, improves digestion, stops cravings, and helps you lose weight. So these are the smartest calories you can put in your body. And I've never found a shake that had all of the nutrients that I needed in it to help for my clients to get what they needed to get out of it as a true meal replacement. It can't be a true meal replacement unless your body's getting everything it needs across the board. So Shakeology definitely does have everything your body needs across the board. Plenty of vitamin nutrient therapy. It's derived from whole foods, nourishes at the cellular level, helps restore balance and energy to your whole body. Powerful accelerator for weight loss, reduces cravings, helps boost metabolism, and helps stabilize blood sugar. So what makes it ultra premium? Well, this vitamin nutrient therapy system, the exotic superfoods from around the world, no refined sugars, artificial flavors or chemicals, and it's very much like a multivitamin, low glycemic, and definitely at the cellular level. So it tastes great. It's an awesome shake. I call it the Ferrari of all shakes. And basically it's cheaper than any energy boost you're going to get from any Starbucks. I mean, this has so many sugars. If you can notice here, the Starbucks has 46 grams of sugar. The Shakeology has 9 grams. So really at Starbucks, you're paying for a lot of sugar and a lot of calories, and it's just keeping the weight on you. Whereas Shakeology will give you that energy boost you need with a nice little flavor as well. But you spend less money, you get more energy. It's a much better deal. Less cost, more energy. And then obviously there's also the other juices that are in the marketplace that pretty much these things are just loaded with gobs and gobs of sugar. And they throw in a little bit of nutrition here or there, like some wheatgrass or protein. But at the end of the day, if it costs more and if it's more sugar in it, it's not going to help you get any progress. So that's what happens with the fruit drinks. Now, Shakeology has 70 healthy ingredients in it, and a lot of adaptogen herbs, and a lot of prebiotics and digestive enzyme blends. So a lot of natural things. And this is one of the best shakes that I've ever had that has sort of a natural fibrous, creamy consistency to it, even when you put it in water. So that's when you know a shake is good, when you can actually just drink it with water and you can feel that taste of the nutrients going into your body. So it was developed by Isabel Deichler and Darren Olean, and these creators, they really focused on working with Beachbody to come up with the right formula that would really give people everything they needed in a shake. And the results and studies were done. Definitely a study that was done about cardiovascular risk factors being reduced risk factors for degenerative disease, and people losing weight and lowering cholesterol. It's just simply amazing. So doctors recommend Shakeology. There's plenty of doctors that are that there's a video that I can also show you as well. But these doctors, they've supported Shakeology and it's all been there. And like I said, it's the Ferrari of all shakes, and you can just see that performance. You can feel that performance. And my point is that as a small business owner, a home business, or something that you want to do to help your clients or generate that financial freedom you want, you need the right products, you need the right system, you need the right company. And Shakeology more than passes all of those tests in many ways, and it will turbocharge your business. Now, we also have the fitness component, which is extremely powerful, and the Beachbody Challenge. So we're using these amazing systems of accountability and leverage and people's desire to have that incentive to maybe win some money for being more fit. Because many people in our society are rewarded for destroying their bodies. They're rewarded for staying at the job and working hard and working late, but not eating healthy. So what Beachbody is doing is reversing that trend and making it exciting, giving people the opportunity to reward themselves for being fit and healthy and eating nutritiously. So you can see there's a lot of events that have been going on with Beachbody, and a lot of DVDs that everyone knows a lot about these because they've been on TV, they've been marketed. So it's not like when you talk about Beachbody or P90X or Insanity or Shakeology, people don't know what you're talking about. People know what you're talking about, and they're curious how they can be a part of this and play a role in helping other people get healthy and fit. So here's the thing. Information is only potential power. Action is true power. What you do with what you know makes the most difference. And the changes you make in your own life are going to influence others. Here's me just working out by the water here. This was on Staten Island, south of Manhattan. And it starts with you setting a higher standard for yourself that you will not settle for anything less than the best. You have to be your own best in your body and your fitness and your nutrition and the type of products and services that you work with. Now here's the thing. You're going to have to take massive action if you want financial freedom in life. It's just that simple. All the other gravity and subconscious programming and negative naysayers and people who don't believe and people who have doubts and worries and fears and all those things, and they try to dump that on you, that's enough. And then on top of that, you're going to be moving through life. If you're doing things, stuff happens anyway, and life is like football. Everybody's going to get hit hard. I don't care if it's a hurricane, death in the family, a loss of a relationship, a loss of a job. Something is going to happen. It's going to hit you hard. But here's the thing. You're either going to get hit while you're running or you're going to get hit standing still. And which of these two pictures looks more painful to you? So if you sit on the sideline and you just watch and wonder and wait and you get hit, it's going to hurt worse. I've had problems in my life, both good and bad. And the good problems are always problems that have occurred because I was moving forward toward a goal. If you're moving toward the end zone and you get hit, it's not as bad as if you're just standing there like looking for something to happen and then you just get popped and blindsided. And as you can see, this guy loses his helmet. That's not the way you want to move through life. You want to be moving towards that end zone. Then if you get hit, yeah, it may hurt, but it might not be so bad. Why do I say that? Well, because I've experienced it. Setbacks are only setups for success. And I know that many people have excuses for time and money and just problems and things that are getting in the way of you moving forward with your financial freedom. But here's the bottom line. Many people are more passionate about entertainment and music and movies and sports teams and things than they are about building their own financial freedom. And I've been through many setbacks, dropping out of colleges, being, having cars stolen from me, fired from jobs in New York City, homeless a couple of times, car accidents, seeing high school classmates locked up, seeing people I've known in my network murdered, and not personally murdered, seeing them murdered, but seeing a person that I loved and care about in my network who was murdered. I've been broke. I've dug the ditches, built the houses, delivered the beer on trucks, done all the manual labor that I care to ever do. And, losing family members to cancer and helping those family members and the other family members cope with that. But at the same time, as I've gone through every single experience, I've also written 100+ songs and poems. I've written books. I've spoken professionally at colleges and universities. I've been the top in sales at different companies I was with, selling personal training. I've trained top executives in New York City's luxurious 5-star clubs. I've mentored youth away from violence and drugs, and I've helped clients lose weight and take care of their bodies and improve their lives. So, the question is, are your setbacks going to bury you, or are they going to be setups for your success? And I would hope that you make them setups for your success. Now, the desire plus faith plus action is going to get you the results. But the question is, are you going to do it alone? Are you going to be able to do it alone? Or would you like to work with people who have the same mindset, who are dedicated to helping you succeed? Success together and reaping the rewards. So how do you know what a great opportunity is when you see one? Well, here's a very fancy picture of the 99% protest. And I always tell people the funny joke, don't be part of the 99%, be great. Don't be one of the masses and just follow along and complain at the government and everything. The truth of the matter is I worked down on Wall Street and I saw these people sleeping in sleeping bags and everything. But the thing is, you can't help people by complaining at something that you don't even know what you're complaining about. Many of these kids have laptops and iPhones and stuff like that. So the truth of the matter is, instead of complaining about the government or bankers or anything, they could be starting their own business. They could be helping people. They could be working with nonprofit organizations. So yes, they had their statement and everything, but the key is that this economy is rough and you've got to do something. But I don't think complaining and moping and griping with the government is going to help. I think knowing great opportunities, recognizing those great opportunities, and then seizing those opportunities is what's going to make a transformation toward financial freedom. So doing what you like is freedom, but liking what you do is pure happiness, and that's what Team Beachbody represents. And as a fitness professional, I'm sure that you can understand that when you're doing what you love, the time can fly by. So the special edge of Team Beachbody is this unique combination of nutrition, packaged fitness programs, and world-class support and accountability. When we have all those three together, you can even help your clients get more progress and results by building accountability groups and challenge groups, helping them use Shakeology, and helping people keep that peer-to-peer mentorship and support going. And that's what we're about. Now, I have a client who actually has purchased a CKO boxing franchise that I knew in Brooklyn, and amazing person and a wonderful person, and she started this franchise and everything. And I understand that some people just simply won't be able to start a franchise. I mean, franchises on the low end, the total, if you look at the franchise fee, the equipment and supplies, the other costs, the working capital, it's a beautiful franchise, and there's all these great bags, and you can do kickboxing and stuff. The low end of that will probably be about $72,000. On the high end, it's closer to $300,000 to really get this thing off the ground. And of course, you got financing, a lot of things to keep in mind when you're opening a fitness franchise or opening a gym for that matter, or a club. But what is Team Beachbody? Team Beachbody is a done-for-you system. You have your own business and you're a coach, so you can do it part of full-time. You can be your own boss. There's no commute. There's a low startup cost. There's minimal overhead. There's no inventory. You set your own hours, and there's no limit on your earning potential. So what are the startup costs? Well, you start by either using the product, Shakeology with the workout DVD, really embodying the fitness that you believe in and the nutrition that you believe in, to show people and be that example for them. Or you can just do a one-time fee of $40 and basically $16 a month, which covers thousands of dollars worth of marketing tools, graphics, virtual online back offices, 24/7 coach relations line, maintaining your 3 pre-designed Beachbody websites. Now imagine, this is 2013, and the way that business is nowadays, we can leverage ourselves so well that we can partner with a company and have all of these resources and be able to overnight begin to distribute products and be able to add value to the marketplace. That's what's happening, and that's why risky is the new safe. Now, if you just were able to start with Beachbody as a coach and you were a discount there and you got the Shakeology, even if you did nothing, you would actually have a nice discount on your Shakeology every month. If you were in a Beachbody club, you get 10% off. If you were a Beachbody coach, you get 25% off. And if you had the auto monthly shipping, you'd even have a little bit more of a discount. That's great, because Shakeology is an excellent product for you to use for yourself and your clients. However, if you're a little bit more interested in benefiting from this opportunity, then you could get the Shakeology for free. How would you do that? Just referring 3 people. It's really that simple. And why is the company rewarding you? Because people get results from Shakeology, and this is the way that marketing is done in this digital age now of distribution. So it's much more cost effective for a company to see people getting results and pay you a little bit for referring those 3 people. You get your Shakeology, the company gets more growth, and then there's more results and more happy people, and we're reversing the effects of this obesity that's destroying our nation. So, well, if you want to keep going, then keep going. If you want to make more income, you help more coaches who help more people, who help more people, who help more people. And I always love this example because the novel and the movie Pay It Forward is actually a real principle that's used in network marketing and in life. And what that means is when someone does something good for you and they help you with information, like I'm helping you with this information, you don't have to pay it back to me. Just go out and help people. Sign up as a Beachbody coach and just go help people. You'll be rewarded for that. And when you help those people and they help people, everybody's going to be rewarded for that. And it's an amazing principle, and it becomes a compound effect. So Beachbody has a simple, elegant compensation plan. You have the basic coach level, and then when you have 2 coaches working with you, you become an emerald. And then you have yourself plus 2 qualified emerald coaches, meaning they get 2 coaches. Then you become a ruby level. And these are nice, interesting names to help you remember the levels that you're on. And then after that, we have what's called diamond and 2-star diamond, 5-star diamond, 10-star diamond, and superstar diamond. And really what that means, to make it very simple, is that you have a number of coaches working with you in your community, affecting the clientele that you have, growing, holding accountability, people helping people achieve more wellness and living fulfilling lives. And guess what happens? The more people you do that with, the more opportunity that you're going to have to share products with them and for them to use Shakeology, and you're going to be rewarded more and more based off of all of that activity. And that's why the compensation plan increases from there. So I know you're obviously wondering as well, Beachbody coaching is a business, so how does it reward you for your efforts? Well, how are you going to get paid? Well, on the lowest level, if you absolutely did nothing, there's statistics there from December 2009 to December 2010 on the low end of making $14, and then on the high earnings of a Star Diamond coach, $1 million a year. So the truth of the matter is that there's top earners in Beachbody, just like in every company. The question is who are you? What are you about? What are you willing to do to share and to build yourself up and to help other people and to leverage your time and to harness your skills in order to distribute something good in the marketplace, something that's highly valuable in the marketplace? Top earners are rewarded for that. So what determines the difference between a low to an average earner and a top earner? Well, making that first circle work. You determine that. You determine your future. You determine your destiny. You determine what you're willing to do and what effort you're willing to put in. And that comes down to personal development. Because a lot of people are looking for a lottery. They say, oh, does this work? Does that work? Does this company work? Does that company work? It's not about the company works. It's about whether you work. This is a free enterprise system. And when you're creative and you're out there working to distribute more value to the marketplace, you're going to be rewarded for that. If you don't want to do that and you don't know how to do that and you don't make an effort to learn how to do that, you just won't be rewarded for it. However, on my team here in Beachbody, I ensure that people that work with me understand this very thoroughly, very well, and I help them develop a high skill level in doing this in the least amount of time, because I have 15 years of personal development experience, strategies for mental focus, emotions, managing needs, managing relationships, managing time, managing your health and wellness. I've been a personal trainer for 4 years, so I know how to connect these programs with clients. And as a fitness professional, I like to work with fitness professionals because fitness professionals understand what it takes to be disciplined and what it means to make a difference in somebody else's life. So if you're that type of person, if you're a winner, if you want to work with a program and a company and a system of leverage that's going to help you get to your financial freedom, join us as we help millions of people through our successful Beachbody team. You can visit beachbodycoach.com/BeFitEatSmart or teambeachbody.com/ Be Fit, Eat Smart. You can click on Be a Coach, fill out your info, choose one of the challenge packs with the Shakeology and the workout DVD. And if you have any questions or need help or whatsoever, you feel free to contact me. I'm here to help you be successful. So thank you for taking the time to listen to this. I know you're going to reach financial freedom. You just have to keep believing, keep conditioning yourself for wealth, and keep using the right strategies and principles. And I'm here to help you do that. I'll see you next time.